My goodness, he is so rude. Peace out, Alter. Have fun at Deadpool. This is still not the same room.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Why have we changed
Stanley
the room?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm not sure why that opening room is different now.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room.
This is actually the worst.
It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little.
What?
This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
I am bleeding now? I am bleeding? What? What on earth here? This is an absolute
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
Okay,
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, we're gonna go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
People were saying
Stanley,
try to
I
not
think
pick
perhaps
up the
we've
phone.
gotten off on the wrong foot here.
You love that room?
I'm
It's
not
such
sure
a
anything
bad
really
lounge.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
We're up even
There's
higher
someone
now.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
All he wants to do is help you. I did not trust him. On the very first playthrough, Zumpers, I did exactly the opposite of what he said at every time.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley.
What?
You're
I'm not
a real
Stanley?
person.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh,
Choice.
Okay.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
Holy shit.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
What's a back sack and crack? Is that what I think it is?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts
already
and
did
problems
that
are
ending.
materially insignificant, and the
Yeah,
feeling should
Croco, this
subside.
game is a bit weird.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and
I like it,
reinforce
though.
the material covered in this video.
Ah,
What?
welcome back. You may have noticed
More
that this
charts?
room has
I
begun
remember
to
the more
deteriorate
charts.
as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed
Danger
on good
everywhere.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and
Okay.
see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. What? We're going...
Now that we know your choices are meaningful,
What? You
we
can't-
have you jumping off the platform
What?
and dying.
No!
Imagine the
No!
main character
No!
dying senselessly
No!
halfway through the story.
I-
That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I was gonna go somewhere else. Well, we haven't seen this ending, definitely. So, yeah, we already saw the do not lie. Where are we going now? Do we just stay?
Almost there.
Okay.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
What is going on here? Guys, why is everything broken?
Oh, it's ruined.
Oh,
You-
gosh.
I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story,
chart
you've
change?
destroyed my work. Why?
not change.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Oh my gosh,
I can't
he's so
erase that
sad.
knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility
Oh,
forever.
no.
I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly
like
destroy all
completely-
of my
oh, okay.
work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I
It's like all broken.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm trying. Oh shit. The beautiful lounge is dead, team.
Oh. I'm here. I'm still here.
Hey, it's- oh,
Here
I
in this
thought it was
pile
the
of
line.
rubbish. With you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
I did think I was
My
clever.
entire
I'm
game is
sorry.
destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
I did.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to
clearly.
do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
What?
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
No.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Wow, he's so
Oh.
rude.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard
What just
to
happened?
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Did he just have a
When
stroke?
Stanley came to a set of 2
I think he
open
just had a
doors,
stroke.
he entered the door on his left.
Is he gonna have a stroke now?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
He's
means
just
choosing
restarting us from
responsibly
here.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we'll try it this time, so. Here is the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase,
Hey,
Stanley walked upstairs to his
We're
boss's
not allowed to go down
office.
now. What a jerk. What a jerk. Why isn't he letting us go down now? And there's no more executive bathroom. We lost. We lost the executive bathroom. GG. No more executive bathroom. Whoa. This is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What is
Shocked,
going on?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Okay.
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Guys, I need a quick break. I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, let's resume the
Shark
game.
115. Was this the
115?
code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
But I can't choose to speak.
Stanley spoke the code.
I can't
Night
speak.
Shark 115.
Night
He
Shark.
spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yeah, but I'm Stanley. I don't speak. Can I speak? I don't know if I can speak. No more parties in LA. What
I'm
happened?
sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
I
This
can't
is a
speak.
crucial step. Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He
What?
knows what
I
it
just- I
means to
can't
take a
speak,
story
man.
seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh my gosh. I think we made him go insane.
Stanley? Hello? Are you...
That's what I look like.
Is everything okay?
Oh, I'm not
Stanley,
attractive.
please.
I am
need
not
to make
hot
a
shit.
choice. I need you to walk through the
It's
door.
not great.
Are you listening to me?
This is so
Can you hear me?
sad.
Is everything all right?
At least they're thanking me for playing.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It
I
needs
actually
you
got
to
an
make a
ending
decision.
with credits,
It cannot
guys.
exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know.
Why is it
I
important?
need this. The story needs it.
Poor guy.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the
This is so
best.
sad.
That's all right. I'll
What?
wait for you to decide
guess we
what's
won?
the right thing to do.
We won when we found the cabin.
Take as much time as you need.
This is so sad, everyone. Oh.
All of his co-workers
this is-
were gone. What could it mean?
This is normal.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Someone was saying something about, okay, 4-3. I didn't see any way to do anything after I was up here, though. So, I destroyed him? I did that time. What were some of the other options? We can turn the mind control on instead of off. We can still take... What's one of the other options? Oh, we can not pick up the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ramita, I was wondering what you were on about. Must have been a mistake. There's delay on the stream.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I didn't see your
and Stanley
message.
knew
You can
it
escape the
perfectly well.
building.
Perhaps
Okay, we'll
he
try
wanted
that
to
one
stop
next.
by the employee lounge first,
escaping
just to
the building.
admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room. But eager to get
Okay,
back to
so we
business,
go past
Stanley
here.
took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm just gonna not pick up
Look,
the phone
Stanley,
this time.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Baby
foot
game.
here. I'm not your enemy, really.
baby
I'm
game.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else
Adventure
can be
Line?
difficult,
I don't know
but
which
the
one's the
fact
Adventure
is
Line
that the
calls.
story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
We did the adventure line.
Please,
I mean, line on the
stop
ground.
trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Yeah, I'm
This
gonna
is
try
Stanley.
not picking up the phone
Your
here.
chance to redeem yourself, to put
Not
your work
unplugging
aside,
it, but just not picking it up.
to let her back into your life.
It also
She's
conveniently
been
gives me an
waiting.
opportunity to eat.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
'Cause
If you
unplugging
can
it
truly
broke everything.
place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I did not know. Will it ever stop ringing? I assumed it would have finite rings, guys. It may just go on forever, folks. I did not anticipate this. Oh well, we're gonna pick it up because we already unplugged it. No more phones in LA. Oh, I can't move here.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
No.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
No, I thought I could run.
Okay, there we go.
I wanted to run.
All right, now, I want you to come in
We already
and tell
did
me all
this.
about...
We already did this one.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I tried not to go in. Okay. There are two other ones
Even
I
now,
want to try
Stanley's
out.
office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a
it a
photo?
painting?
He
I
could
don't
no longer recall.
I definitely cannot
When
recall.
Stanley came to a set
Okay,
of
so
two
we go
open...
this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
We
room,
run,
and
run,
Stanley knew
run,
it perfectly
run,
well.
run, run.
Perhaps he wanted to stop
Yeah,
by
see,
the
man, I didn't
employee
wanna go in
lounge
either.
first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back
gonna
to
do this
business,
one. I'll try the
Stanley
window,
took
guys.
the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Astounds me too, mate, that I'm not
Look,
fired.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What? Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have
So we
zero
did this?
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I
And he
want
was
something
upset with
bad to
us?
happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Okay, and
let me
last time
prove
we
it.
purposely
Let me
took-
prove that I'm on your side.
We took the super
Give
wrong
me a
one.
chance.
And this
Now,
time we're
listen
gonna take the
carefully,
right
this is
door.
important.
we'll
Stanley
see what'll
walked
happen.
through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Oh.
The problem is all these choices.
Okay, so this is the
two of us
same-
always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and
This is
running
the
and
same
running,
ending
just the way you're
as
doing right
the
now.
ending earlier.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
I think it's the
I
same
just-
ending.
I
If
wanted
it's
to
the same
stop.
ending, just let me know, and then I can just
we
restart
would
it.
both be so
'Cause
much
I think
happier
this is
if
the
we
same ending.
just stopped. And I think, well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Yeah, I think we got... It looks like this is just the same ending.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, we did this ending already. Only 19? We've actually found a lot of them, naturally.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Okay,
it mean?
you guys seem to think that we
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Did you
simply
hear that?
missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace.
I don't
of
know
his
how I can get out the
co-workers.
window. You guys were convinced I can get out this window, and I don't see it. The blue door is different? No, I took the blue door last time. The blue door isn't different at all. It just redirects you back to the red door. I do not see a way out of the window, folks. Suppose I have to actually get up on the desk. Hey, Pluto 1447. I don't know why I can't get up on the... Okay, there we go. What the? Team?
At first, Stanley
Team?
assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty
Yeah.
commentary into the nature of video game structure and
Mm-hmm.
its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we
it's
take a minute
interesting.
just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Are you sick of this gag?
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have
Yes,
taken the
I think
same
it would have
idea
just
but
started.
rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So,
I did
what do you
not.
think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are
I
one
walked
of the
through
lucky
one?
ones. Though
No.
if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just
Oh
going
gosh,
to
he
say
just
that
keeps
no one
talking.
who's listening to this is lucky.
Oh no.
Well now,
Hey,
I've built
Stutterman.
up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Cheers, I have an option of getting back somewhere? Oh, well, those are the windows. I do not know how to get out of this area. Most of the other actual endings had hard stops. Oh gosh. Ramita, I do not know what's going on with you. Can we not do anything here? I can't jump. I can't get back up to that window ledge. There's definitely just a small box here, as you can see. So, yeah, I think it does mean begin again. I don't know. It's pretty weird.